Hey guys, it's FuzionTimmy here, and welcome back to Shindo Life. Today I'm going over how you can get Ryo in 2022. I did make a video on this, but it's been about 5 or 6 months, and that one is severely outdated. As you guys may have seen, I've started a new thumbnail style. My entire channel has been pretty much completely changed in a way. My content is relatively the same, but the thumbnail style, the description style, the way I actually make these videos, and just everything has pretty much changed. Everything has been quietly changing, and I think it's been for the best. Apparently you guys like it a lot more. I like it a lot more. And I just wanted to make a new video on how to get Ryo. I know a lot of people are wanting it, especially after the update that came out. You know, like a Paul Spirit, and then you also had 𝙎𝙚𝙧𝙚𝙪 Rose, Sun Knight, or Moon Knight, whatever you prefer. There was literally so much that dropped, and not even just that. I mean, literally anything in this game that's ever came out, like, say, 𝙎𝙚𝙧𝙚𝙪, which I made a video on. Even if you want that, you gotta pay a lot of Ryo. Same if you wanted to get, the other video I did, Sengoku Gaiden, which came out really recently, Rengoku Gaiden, which came from the Jinchiki boss. You need Ryo. And that's why today I'm going to be teaching you how to get Ryo. Alright, I know a bunch of different ways, I even know a couple glitches, alright? So if you stay tuned, I might be able to teach you something you don't know yet. First off, there's something I cannot stress enough, alright? A lot of people don't know this. Every time you join the game, there's going to be something in the bottom right here that says you should, it's either the bottom left or the bottom right. But it basically says if you join the Rell Games groups, you'll be able to get double XP and double Ryo. That is essential. You're basically doubling your gain just from joining these groups. If you don't know how to join these groups, just straight up go to Shindo Life and you're going to see Rell Games. They're the creator. You'll see it in like the top right or something beside the game name. Click on that and then you're going to see their group. Join that and you'll probably see another group. You join that too. It's like Rell World and Rell Games, I believe. Join both of those and then come join the game again after that and you'll have double rewards. That is the first tip. The second tip is going to be if you use to click the up arrow once, twice, you'll see game modes. Now, there's multiple things going on here that we're going to talk about, but only one of them I'm actually going to showcase myself. So first off, we have war mode. A lot of people know that you can get XP, you can get drops, and you can get a little bit of Ryo from doing war. There's also challenges that you can complete, which I'll talk about challenges more later. So war is an option, especially if you don't have any of like the drops that are there. It's good for getting drops. I wouldn't say it's the most efficient way to get Ryo, though. It is a good method, though, if you just want to go and fight some stuff with friends, collect some samurai spirits, stuff like that, tin tails, whatever you feel like doing, you can do it here. But then there's also dungeons, which is another way that you can get Ryo, Rell coins, game passes, spins, all kinds of crazy stuff there. Even, like, literal, like, bloodlines that you can't even spin anymore. But then there's also other stuff, right? So, as a lot of you guys know, there is Arena. You can get, like, rewards from Arena. I think you can even get stuff from Conquest, if I'm not mistaken. And the best one is going to be My Home. This is the one I'm actually going to showcase now, because My Home is a place where you can get a lot of AFK rewards. I made a whole video on this on my side channel if you want to see how you can make a lot of stuff in depth here. But you can basically auto-grind Ryo here. And if you didn't know, there's actually a busted way to use this. So a lot of people just think that you can just grind Ryo here, you'll get a lot, whatever, right? It's just like, hey, you sit in this chair, you gain Ryo, that's it. Well, my friend, you've been doing it wrong, okay? A lot of people just think that you can leave it here, and it's just going to grind your Ryo. After about 10 minutes, Roblox is going to kick you from the game. So, like, you might only get, like, 60,000. The good thing is it does save your rewards after you've sat here for so long. Bad news is, normally you get kicked out before these rewards even get put here. So what I recommend doing is get an auto clicker that is outside the game if you're on PC. If it's mobile, you might be able to find one on mobile, I'm not sure. But basically you get an auto clicker and it'll auto click here while you go away and do something else. When you come back, the game should still be open unless your internet disconnected, and you'll have all the stuff here. And even if you did disconnect, when you rejoin, all the rewards you did manage to gain will still be here for you to claim. So it's just a really good way to get stuff. Also, the 2x Ryo and stuff like that from the Rell Games groups will be put into effect here. Now we're going to go to the actual game, which I can just go back to the menu, and I'm going to tell you guys the next stuff that you could do, right? So I'm going to go to the menu again, and we're going to actually go inside the game. There is a ton of different ways inside the game to actually make stuff, but I wanted to go over some of the ones that a lot of people didn't know. Those are the ones that are mostly unknown. Well, now we actually have some stuff in the game, right? And there's also some glitches that I'm going to go over. Oh, bro, that's funny. That's funny. You can't even get it. I hate when this happens, like in the main menu, when you just randomly see something spawn and you can't grab it. That's like the most painful thing in the world. Anyways, we're going to go inside the game. I'm going to go to the Ember Village in our private server. Here we go. Once we're in here, I'm going to tell you guys where you can actually get a bunch of Ryo and the glitches that can help you get more Ryo. And also the most effective ways to grind Ryo, all of that. Like what I think is the most effective way, blah, blah, blah. There's a big debate that's actually going on right now about whether bosses or like minion quest are better. Minion quest or like green quest, whatever you want to call it. It's basically like where you have to fight a bunch of little ninjas or you fight a boss, whichever one you prefer. Now, they both give different stuff, so I'm actually going to go over what's better time-wise, efficiency-wise, gain-wise. Let's say boss quests might take longer, but they give you more. But green quests are faster, but they give less. So it's like, okay, well, what do they give more of? Who gives better at what speed? Like, what should you do there? So I'm going to go over that in just a moment. And I'm also going to go over how it scales to your level. There's so many things that people don't consider when they're talking about Ryo here, so please be patient, and you're going to come out of this video gaining a lot more Ryo than you did before. I can promise you that, because I actually gained about 10 million Ryo on my own just through grinding for like a couple hours. Literally, I was just grinding on my own for a couple hours. How much Ryo do I have right now? I keep spending it, because I have to keep unlocking stuff. How much Ryo do I have? 5.1 million. Okay, so I spent like 5 million of it, but that's because I'm constantly unlocking these moves, which are like millions each. I'm constantly unlocking modes. I mean, there's just so many things I want to unlock. Well, let's just get right into it. These little quests right here, don't do them unless you're like level 1 or 2. They're like really bad. If you watch my Noob to Pro series, you'll see why I don't use those. They are just the worst, alright? They're good for when you're starting out and just need to get a couple levels to unlock like an element style or something. When you're very, very starting to game, like the game just very first starting. Green quest, or what I was talking about, are like the quick quest. They're ones where you fight a little group of enemies, and they give you Ryo, and they give you XP. Boss quests are found around the map. For instance, there's a boss quest over there that can give you Ryo and XP. And then if you hit the L button, you can see your daily quest. And anything that you completed before, like as say I'm level 1000, I get to claim that because I've been level 1000. Go to main mission. Look, you could like fight different bosses. You can complete story missions. You can do any of these various things. Get 2 conquest wins. I told you guys you can get some stuff in conquest. You can also go here to fight the bosses of the game. You can accept these little like rewards right here if you do enough daily quests, which are right here. There's a lot of good stuff, right? Before I go any further, I do have to go and say that you can use cheats. This is something I wouldn't recommend because it's overpriced, but if like you're a YouTuber like myself, sometimes you might have to when an update drops just to be able to get content out in time. But like what you've got here is a good double XP boost for a certain amount of time. You've got actual Ryo that you can just purchase. Like there's just so many different things you can use here. I don't believe there's a Ryo Game Pass in here, so there's really nothing that's going to double your Ryo gain or anything like that. But you can purchase Ryo itself. So, not bad, right? Yeah, it's pretty bad. You're stupid. No, I'm joking. The Ryo in this, it's actually not that pricey, is it? Let me see here. Oh my goodness gracious. No, I'm good. That's like 400 Robux for just 5 million Ryo. That's you can just grind on your own, trust me. Now we have the green quest, right? And I was talking about these earlier. Now the big debate is like green quest versus boss missions. So here's how it works. I'm gonna boil it down for you right now. Boss missions are better for XP. Green missions are better for Ryo. And you're probably thinking, oh, but why is that? Why is that? Because actually I get more Ryo from the boss missions. Yeah. And you may have Xiaodokai, and you may be thinking, okay, well, I can just kill this boss, couple seconds, boom, I get more Ryo. That's where you're wrong. At first glance, you would think, yeah, that's going to give me more Ryo, it's going to give me more XP. And XP-wise, yes, it will. But Ryo-wise, actually, no. I could do one of these green quests currently, and I'll get about 60 to 70k Ryo per quest, and I'll be able to complete it within like a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. A boss mission, I don't have like an insta-kill, but it normally takes me about 2 to 3 minutes to kill a boss, and I get about, I think, like 60, 70k, so like about the same amount, but it takes me way longer. And the thing is if you have friends, these green quests become 90 times faster, where the boss missions aren't going to become that much faster because you're already practically one-shotting them half the time. Plus, if you're able to have someone in the village collecting quests while you're outside the village doing the quest, and the more people you have in that squad, the better. It's just going to overall make it way better for grinding these, I already have this is so sad, but it's going to make it way better for grinding Ryo. I'm going to go ahead and reset, actually, because I don't really need that at all. Like, at all. Okay, now that we're back, I just want to say that, like, literally, that's all the main things you need to know. And the final tip I'm going to give you before the glitches is that if you're level 800, you get a Ryo buff. Once you're level 800 in this game, you actually get a Ryo buff that helps you out a lot. And what that means is basically, when you're like at level 700 or so, it starts slowing down. My voice is so destroyed. Oh my gosh. I've been I've been sick for a bit. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. It didn't affect me till the very end of the video. This is bad. As I was saying, though, level 700, you get a buff that allows you to basically get XP and Ryo quicker. It's around level 700 to 800, because at level 700 it's getting really slow. But once you get to exactly, I believe, level 800, it just gets so busted. It just starts buffed up so much. It gets buffed up so much. And you're able to start doing these quests, and you're going to gain like double what you used to. So right now, if you're below level 800, you might do what I'm doing, and you might only get like 40k per Ryo quest, where if you're level 800 or more, you're going to end up getting like 60 to 70,000, like I was saying. That's a big tip that a lot of people don't know. Sorry, I was dying halfway through doing that. Oh my gosh, like, dude, my voice is just crippled. But there's another thing to talk about here, and that's the glitches, right? So a lot of people are wondering, like, what's the current glitches going on? Well, one of the main glitches is actually something you can just do while you do Ryo. This is something I covered on my Fusion Shinobi channel, and what that is basically, if you have different bloodlines, they kind of sync up together. For instance, I have Rei and Azuri. It's based off of Rengoku and Rei on Rengoku, but it seems to only level up Rengoku, which is the bloodline it actually was built off of. Just like how if you were to use Rei on Rengoku, it's going to level up Rengoku because that's the bloodline it was based off of. You could basically level up two bloodlines in one. Now, a lot of people knew that Reality Talk was kind of a really busted thing recently, but they actually nerfed that. It's basically useless now, so don't even try it, trust me. The next thing I could say is sometimes you can get the bosses glitched up. You can like put them in like a water prison and actually get them pretty stuck, and they're able to just die instantly. But there's really not that many glitches going on currently. I am going to make a whole video for glitches soon, so if you stay tuned, I might actually have a really good glitch for you. And I'm also probably going to stream later today if I'm not like having a terrible voice as I was earlier. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and help me get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. FuzionTimmy, signing out.